Hello, this is Ms. DB, and this is just a short video to point out a couple things about the Week 10 Chapter 4 project. This was also in Week 9, but in Week 10 you'll turn it in. So first of all, in the wiki, classmates and probably you have been adding your measurements to this table. So the height and foot length, that's what we need. The initials are just for me to check if you've actually completed this. And then I'm going to try to copy this and see if I can paste it into the worksheet. It might not paste exactly correctly. And then I'm going to go back to the folder. All right, and then I'm going to open up the document that is the work for the Chapter 4 project. So here's the worksheet, and you'll see there is a table there where you're supposed to put the data in here for your height and your foot length, and that's in that wiki table. So the first three things are probably already done. So I'm going to try to copy and paste that data into here. Oh, so it looks fine. So you can do it that way. You don't have to retype everything. Yes, the initials are in here and we don't really need them, but I can delete that column, or you can just leave it in there. It doesn't really matter. Okay, great. So now that table is completed. Now the next thing that you need to do, so I don't need that other table, is you need to use Sketchpad to graph this. Now you can do your own graph on Scatterplot, or you can use this website where you can enter in the points, but I like Sketchpad. And if you noticed in the assignment, I've already started a graph for you. So here's Sketchpad, and here's what that graph looks like. So I already labeled that you're going to put height in centimeters along the horizontal, the x-axis, and foot lengths will go along the vertical axis. See if we can get it in the window there. That's pretty good. And I put a title on here. If you want to change the title, you can double-click and change it. So now I need that data. So it might be nice to have your window so that you can see both the worksheet and this at the same time. Some of you might have dual screens. That would be really nice, but I don't have that. I'm just going to put the worksheet back and try to resize this so I can see both things at the same time. Okay. Here's my data. Let's see if I can move this over. Oops, when I moved it over, it went away. And we'll put this in one window. What I want to do is be able to look at that at the same time. There we go. Now move over a little bit. I'll do it this way. There. Okay, good enough. Now in Sketchpad, you can go to Graph, Plot Points. That's how I'm going to do this. So my first point would be x is 160, and the y coordinate of that would be 27. And then you hit plot. So there's that point right there. My next point is 110 and 17. Plot. And that point you can't see because it's underneath this box, but it's there. See, there it is. And the next point is 160. And you're going to do this for each of those points. The more data, the better, so I recommend doing all of these points. I said a minimum of 12, but we have more than 12, so that's fine. And keep going until you have all of your points done. I'm just going to do one more. When you have all of your points on here, the next step is to add a trend line. Now, if you've done the assignments for this week, then you know that a trend line is a straight line that shows the general direction of your data points. So go over here and pick the straight line tool. If there's arrows on the end, that's not a big deal, but I think I just want a segment. And then you're going to decide, let's see, maybe my line should go about right, I don't know, about right here. So there should be some dots above, some dots below. It should show the same general direction of the points. That's a trend line. Now you're going to have more points on here than me, so your trend line, you know, maybe it'll be steeper than this one, maybe it'll be more shallow, maybe it'll start at a different point. You know, maybe trend lines are not exact things. They're kind of our guesstimate of our best thought that shows the general direction of your data. I'm going to go back to the worksheet here. So on the worksheet, after you make your scatter plot and add your trend line, then you're going to answer some questions that say describe the correlation, positive, negative, or no correlation. Then you're going to use this scatter plot to estimate the foot length of a person who is 154 centimeters tall. So you'd go over here to 154 and then go up to the line and then go straight across to see what you think the foot length would be. Now on mine it looks like it's about, I'm going to use that line, so it looks like it's about 23 centimeters. And then there's some more questions after that to answer. And then so make sure that you attach your sketchpad work, save this and attach it, as well as your answers on the worksheet, and that'll be it. Then you'll be all done with your project. Let me know if you have any questions, and thank you very much.